So this form is given by Oracle, which is journals page. This is used to create the journals when we are working with Fusion Financials General Ledger module. So now client says that I would like to add one additional field at line level. Journal lines. In journal lines, we got some fields here. And we would like to go for add more field here. Additional field we wanted to add here. When we want to add additional fields to the page in Fusion applications, we will work with the descriptive flux field. It may be in financials or human capital management or in supply chain management. In any transactional pages, if we want to add additional fields, then we will be using the descriptive flux field. It's a common requirement, adding additional fields. We don't need to write in a single line of code. You have to just go ahead with the configurations from the FSM environment. Okay. Now we wanted to add additional fields at level journal lines. Now client says that would like to add one additional field here. The field name is maximum limit, and user should enter values between 120 to 1999. That's the requirement. And additional one more field would like to go for add department. Here we would like to provide some list of departments. So that user can select the value from the. So client says that I would like to add two fields. Each one is maximum limit. Here I want to restrict the user to enter the values between these numbers. And another field we wanted to provide for department. There I would like to provide list of departments. User must select the value from the department. Two fields. Okay. So two fields we wanted to provide here. At what level? Journal lines. So whenever we want to do this validation, we will be creating value sets. Let's go to FSM environment, setup and maintenance. Value sets we can access from any module, not only in financials. From human capital management we can access, or we can go to task list here and go to implementation project and select any implementation project. You can go for add the list. You can add and task list here. Define flux fields. Task list is nothing but a menu. There is a separate menu related for flux fields. We can also work with that here. Value sets, descriptive flux field, extensible flux field, flux field. So whether we do it from FSM there or in implementation, all are same. Both are same, no difference. The same task will be populated here also. I can see that here. This is a value set format only we created. Restrict the user to only enter the number, minimum 120 and maximum 1,999. It's the requirement. For this, we already created value set. Data format only already created. Value set is ready. Next. Department, list of department. For this, already we created an independent value set. It will shows the list of departments. We have already some departments as a list here. If we want to go for add some values, can be added here. Go for save this. If we want to disable these values, can be disabled. Maybe we required one value from next month onwards. then what we can do is, let's say HRMS, Human Resource Management System. You can specify the start date is from date when we required. So the values can be entered here. In future, if we don't want to, of course, we can delete, we can disable, and we can set the start date and end date. And you can also set that the sorting order. Let's say I want to show the finance in first place, support in second place, this is in third, this is in fourth place, this is in fifth, this is in sixth place, 7 and 8. Like this, we can specify the sorting order in the list. Okay. So 2 value sets are ready. Once value sets are ready, then we can start working with our descriptive flux field. Now value sets are ready. Without value sets, we can't add the fields. Value sets are mandatory. Our value sets are ready as per the requirement. Now we are going to add fields. So which flux field we are going to work first? Descriptive flux field. What is DFF? Or descriptive flux field? Descriptive flux field will be used to add additional fields to the pages when the organizations are required. Let me open the task here. Now it is asking which module you are working, because flux fields is a common. Which module you are working? General ledger module. Okay. Select general ledger. In general ledger module, there are number of flux fields, number of descriptive flux fields. You can search exactly which descriptive flux field you want to work. In case if you know, journal, search button. We are not getting the list. Okay, that's the reason. Here we got all are related to other modules. Percentage journal percentage. So module also journal. That is, they are not given the module name as general ledger, just given journal. See, journal lines. This is the descriptive flux field we want to work. Journal lines. Right now it is in success status. We don't have any errors. Right now it is in success status. The descriptive flux field is given by Oracle. Oracle has given DFF means you will have an option to add the additional fields to the page. Go to edit here. We open the descriptive flux field option. You have 2 options, global segments, context segment. Segment is nothing but a field. How many segments are required right now? Segments I required. Maximum limit, department. Global means when you open the page, automatically that segments will be populated. No need to do any selection. But context segment means you have to select the context. Then only those segments will be displayed. Otherwise, that will not be displayed. Otherwise, that will not be displayed. So right now the requirement is when I open the journal page, the segments means fields should be displayed. So we have to go with global segments. Create. We are creating segment. For easy understanding, I'm giving the label as data max limit. No need to enter the code and API name, it takes automatically. Enable or disable data type number, internally attribute number 1. That's the column stores information, whatever we are passing. This is what created. Just now we created, right? Value sets. this value sets, we want to use it. As I said, without value set, not possible to create segment. I'll click search button, format only. If we want to set some default value in the field, we can specify. I'm giving some constant value as 400. You can enter any value between 120 to 1999. Display size, I'm giving 6 digits in the page. If you want to provide some description help, definition text, we can provide, as well as instruction help. It's basically additional information. For example, if I place the cursor here, I'm getting some help information, right? That purpose. In case if I want to use this particular column in the BI reports, we need to enable this checkbox called BI enabled, business intelligence enabled. So right now what we have done, we created a one segment, nothing but we created one field. We given the field name and we set data type, internally column selected by the system automatically. And we added the value set. This is for providing the conditions or list of values. And set some default value. These all are just display properties. Display properties, initial values, and value set, column data type, and we created segment successfully, and we said it is enabled successfully. One segment created successfully. Let's go for save and close. We required one more segment. So we required one more field. Next field is the department. Already we have value set. Value set is ready. So let's go for create another segment here. Let's not enter the code or API. Go for data type here. And what is the value set here? Departments. Of course, if you want to set any default department, you can specify default department here. And the value must come from the list. Whatever the list you have in this, from there only it should come here. Okay. So I given the default value side. And prompt is this, whatever the prompt and list of values. These all are display properties. Client will tell us like the display size should be 20 characters or 30 characters, whatever is required. Height, generally this height, field height, field width, display size we can specify. I'm not providing any definition help text or instruction help text. I'm going to enable this also. Two segments we have created successfully here. Fields, maximum limit and department. Save. Two segments are two fields, both are same. We created value set and we have used the value set here. Now, if we look at here, the descriptive flux field deployment status is edit. It means this particular DFF is edited but not compiled. Go for deployment here. Now, system is going to verify are there any issues with the descriptive flux fields. And if we do not have any issues here, it's okay here. Now it's success. Journal lines. Successfully we configured segments, means fields, to the page, and we added value sets also. Now then we are going for test. We are going to test it. Go to navigator. Go to journals page here. Create journal. Now we configure descriptive flux field at what level? we did at journal lines, line level we have configured. We wanted to test. Still, it is not populated. It takes some time. We need to log out and log in. There is an option from here, user menu. There is option highlight flux fields. We can also click on this so that when the page is opened, system will automatically highlight the flux fields. It will automatically highlight the flux fields. See, this is key flux field. This is key flux field. Yes. Here I can see that line descriptive flux field. Line descriptive flux field. This one only we have configured just now. Just now we have configured. So separate page also. Just see that. If I go for edit, I can see. Now we navigated from this page. Okay. So, but anyway, it takes some time. Let me just log out and log in. I can see that here fields are added. Data max limit. We got default value 400. Then we got data department. We got default value IT. Their independent value set we have added. And I can see the list also here. List of departments available. Now, as usual, user can enter the data here. General, whatever the way we enter, that will be specified. Here 400 is there. In case if we want to change the value, we can change. If we enter 99, it won't allow. It will show the error message while saving. So if we want to change the value, it can be changed here. Let me go to the next record here. See, showing that 99 is too small. It must be greater than of 120 because we provided a value set. It should allow minimum 120. Right? So I'm giving 155 is the minimum value, and then maximum value here. Java null pointer. Okay, there is some issue. Let me just delete this. Let me create again. I made these fields are optional, not mandatory. If it is mandatory, we'll get star mark like this. Like this, we'll get star mark. I made it as optional because if someone is doing practice, so they may get some issue. I don't know why it's not showing this value here. Second line, it should be allowed. Mhm. So that is something issue with our journal space only. It's not with our descriptive flux field. When we try to add the second journal, it's showing some error messages here. Maybe that is some rules, security rules they might have configured. That's the problem with our application. It's not with our setup. So basically, descriptive flux fields are used to add additional fields to the page. Okay. So whenever we are working with the flux fields, we have to provide some list of values to the field. Then we will be using the value sets. We'll be using the value sets. Depends on the requirement. We are going to use any one of this value set. Client says that I want to provide list of invoice numbers. Then we have to go with table value set because invoice numbers we do not know. And client also says that the values are there in the database table. So we'll create a table value set. And if client says that I don't want to provide any list of values, I just want to put some conditions like only numbers allowed, minimum number, maximum number, like that. Then we will go with format only. Then we will go with format only like this. It depends on the requirement. We are going to use this value sets of any of these five types. Any of these five types we are going to use. Without value set, we can't work with the flux fits. It's mandatory. First, we have to create value set according to our requirement. While configuring this particular flux field, then we have to go for use this value set. Okay. In case if we don't want this segments, we need this segments in future. Maybe I don't want this right now. We can go for disable it, or we can delete segments from the flux field. We can do it from implementation project. Just now we have done same way, or we can also do it from here. Go to financials. We are working in financials. In financials, we are working with descriptive flux fields. Fixed assets flux fields we have. And we have journals flux fields. General ledger descriptive flux fields. Payables module flux fields. Let's go to general ledger flux fields here. Search for this. we worked with a journal lines descriptive flux field. Edit. First one, if we want to remove this segment, we can remove. Means if we want to delete, it can be deleted. If we want to disable, we can simply disable from here. Same thing, department also I'm trying to disable from here. Go for apply the flux field. Like this, we can go for disable or delete the segments at any point of time. Now it's done successfully. Now I'm just trying to log out and log in. Generally not required, log out and log in. It will automatically deploy here. Now we don't find the segments here. So as simple as when we want to add additional fields to the page from the front end in any module, in any page, but make sure that descriptive flux field is available. That particular concept is available in the page, then only we can go for customize. We can't create a new descriptive flux field. Right now, what we have done is descriptive flux field customization already provided by Oracle that we have customized as per our requirement. While working with the segments, we have added the fields. We have added fields that we have added value sets here as per the requirement. Okay. So that's about the descriptive flux field and value sets usage in the DFF over here.